Go ahead and get the Delaware County Redevelopment Commission meeting started. It is 9:01. Everybody can stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brad, can you roll real please?
Yes, sir. James King,
Here.
Angela Moyer,
Here.
Carrie Wickerly,
Here.
Eugene Whitehead,
Present.
Bryce Conyers,
Here.
Paul Garrison.
Here.
First up, we need the approval for the minutes for June 18th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Next, we have Susan Carlock here from Mercy's for request. Susan? it's all
Yes, well, thank you for taking the time to allow me to come here today. Mercy's, well, I'll just do a quick history. I'll take 2 minutes of your time. Came out of 19, not in great business conditions due to automotive industry and such. So a big push for us in 2020 was to diversify outside of automotive. We're about 75% heavy. So we actually booked the most sales that we've ever booked last year. We've already exceeded those as of July this year. But part of our organic growth model happened during the pivot with the face shield project. And outside of that came, sorry, suffocating here a little bit. Outside of that came a lot of medical device technology that's getting expedited FDA approval. That's fallen into our lap. The state has been working with us to kind of help some of these new companies in a manufacturing capacity. With that comes a certification called ISO 13485 that we're trying to get in order to take on some of this new medical device business. So here to ask for help with that. Obviously our business model is just because you book a lot of sales doesn't mean you recognize the revenue right away. So we're hoping next year, mid-year, to start recognizing that. But the medical device manufacturing needs to start by October, and we need to get that certification. So I'm here to ask for your help. And we appreciate everything you have done for us and for the city, the county as well, of course. Been a great partner.
We appreciate everything you guys have done for our community. Like I tell everybody, Mercy's is one of our great success stories that we have here in Delaware County. You guys have done a great job with expansion and everything else, employing locally. I'd be in favor to do this for Mercy's.
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan.
Appreciate it.
Susan, I'll just need you to forward me an invoice to process for payment.
Okay.
Thank you.
So much, everybody.
Number 4, Devil request for town ED assistance.
Tom Roberts isn't here, but I did receive an invoice from him. I had forwarded that with the packet of information to everyone. As everybody knows, Delaware's going through a lot of growth and has experienced a lot of additional cost in relation to that. And so they have requested $50,000 for assistance from the Redevelopment Commission. As most of you are aware, TIF district pretty much encompasses the entirety of the town, so this is helpful for their operations. So happy to answer any questions.
Entertain a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I'm going to abstain. Next is the former CR3 site cleanup proposal. Mr. Alders.
Actually, I'll cover it for him because he looks like a deer.
Wow, okay. Sorry, I was doing the environmental, that is,
I'll handle it. I got it right in front of me. So anyways, Plant Studio Landscape has given a proposal.
go ahead.
Has given a proposal for cleanup of the site. We were notified, Bill and I, that people have been accessing that gate and dumping all kinds of stuff back in there, brush and tree limbs and everything else. And so Bill has secured the gate, so it's a secured site. It's not, people aren't getting in there anymore. But there's $1,454 worth of cleanup that needs to be done at the site. I'd like to request from the Industrial Center TIF District that the Redevelopment Commission approve those funds to clean up this site. As you know, previously, Plant Studio, who is right across the street from this location, had responded to the request for proposals, wanted to acquire the site and build a facility for their trucks and their equipment. As they went through the process with IDEM said if you build a building, you have to do air monitoring annually in the building at an expense of $10,000 roughly per air monitoring event annually. At that point, Plant Studio said, we're not interested. We are currently working with Plant Studio looking at other locations in the industrial center for them to go to this time. What we at the ECI Regional Planning District have decided is to put the site into the newly formed Brownfield CDC, which is like a county-held land bank, and then we can try to find an appropriate end user who could use it as a flat lot, possibly park semi-truck trailers. I mean, there's uses for just a lot. So we're working on it. We got to get the brush cleaned up. I appreciate your support of this today.
I'll move to approve the $1,454 to clean up the CR3 site.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next, match funding for the EDA grant, Brad?
Yeah, so just yesterday I sent you the resolution with the amount in it. Susan, who was just here, can attest for Mercy's Corporation, as can Dana, Save a Lot Foods, and also All Steel Carports. They need a second entrance and a stoplight in and out of Park 1, especially with the new press release you saw for the rail spur. There's going to be more trucks coming in and out of Park 1. We've identified a grant from the Department of Commerce. It's an EDA grant. We've been working with Commonwealth Engineering, and we are going to apply for 80% of $1,110,725 for that new entrance into the park. Our match with that would be 20%, which is $222,145. This is funding that we would take from the Park 1 TIF districts and be made available as our match if we are awarded. That would be drawn over a period of about 18 months from those TIF districts. So this resolution pledges the match for the grant.
This is much needed. I'm glad to see this. I will move to approve.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll move down to the road paving in the industrial center park.
Also with your resolutions, 2020-018 was a list of roads to be paved in and around the industrial center. We don't have enough money to do all of them, but we need to do as many as we can with funds that we have available. There's approximately $300,000 between the remaining funds and the PRL bond, and then we're requesting an additional $17,000 from the industrial center TIF district. The commissioners will work with the county highway garage to prioritize the list of what roads they want to get paved and get those taken care of. So with your support of this resolution, this would pledge those funds for road paving around the industrial center area. So happy to answer any questions. I think there's some on here that are more priorities than others, but
Yeah.
they all need paved in some capacity.
We have the funding out there in that area to get some of the roads paved.
The PLR bond proceeds that are sitting in the account, that bond was issued for road paving under a previous Delaware County Redevelopment Commission. Not all of the money was spent.
That's
So-
when we rebuilt the roads out in front of that
Exactly.
side.
That's when Hoyt Avenue was redone, Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Delaware Drive, Hamilton Drive. These are leftover paving dollars from that bond issuance that will be used.
Motion to approve. Second.
Have a motion to approve the second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next is the Morrison Road paving request. This is actually the it comes out of the Morrison tip, but 350.
350 North, this is directly due to residents in the area who are turning in claims for busted ball joints and damage to their cars on 350. 350 connects the two TIF districts on the north side, and so the estimate for repair is approximately $60,000. So this would come out of the Morrison Road TIF district. There is sufficient funds in the Morrison Road TIF district to do this work, and I recommend this one.
And I received a phone call from the lady and drove out through there. It needs done.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Well, next, we have a long list of invoices. Does anybody have any concerns over any of the invoices? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve all invoices.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? We'll move down to the bonds. And if nobody has any question over the bonds, I'll entertain a motion to pay all bonds.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Do we have any public comments for today? Any discussion from the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Going to adjournment.